Alright, how's it going? Yeah, so I mentioned I was going to do this video, I think, a couple of days ago, and no better time, especially having just watched last night's Raw. So, yeah, this is basically going to be about WWE in general. I don't quite know where the video is going to go or what I'm going to touch on. I've got nothing planned. I'm just going to, but it's basically going to be a rant, because the state that WWE's in at the moment is really pissing me off, to be quite frank. So, yeah, I just wanted to get this off my chest, to be honest. I don't, like, if nobody watches it, I don't really give a shit, to be honest. As long as I know that I've put it out there, and I think maybe a lot of people are feeling the same way as what I am. So, yeah, last night's Raw, fuck me, was almost unwatchable. Almost unwatchable. It was absolutely terrible. Booking, creative writing, just non-existent. I've been watching WWE since 1989. I first started watching, and I've watched right through. I've always watched WWE. It's always been there. But this is the closest I've ever been to jacking it in and just saying, fuck it, I'm not watching it anymore. It's insulting to your intelligence, in my opinion. It's just, at the moment, I think it's at an all-time low. I really do. I came close to jacking it in mid to late 2009, when we were getting Triple H versus Orton, Orton versus Cena, Triple H versus Orton versus Cena, triple threat for the all this was going on for the WWE title, and we were getting the same match in different combinations for month after month, week after week. We were getting the same feuds as we were getting in 2004, 2005. We were getting for the whole of 2009, and then Punk came along, cashed in the Money in the Bank, went on to feud with Jeff Hardy, and basically that kept my interest in 2009. Otherwise, I'd have probably fucked it off there and then. And maybe would I got back into it? Maybe I would, because I'm never going to completely dissociate myself from WWE. It's never going to happen. I've just been watching too long. It's almost habitual at this point, to be honest with you. But this is the closest I've been to really tuning out and just taking a break from it. Because it's, like I say, Raw has become, to me, almost unwatchable. It's absolutely criminally bad. The last couple of months, this AJ Daniel Bryan and CM Punk storyline has just pissed me off. It's just shite. And I've had numerous back and forth comments with people on YouTube who are trying to defend it and saying that AJ's good in a role and that she's good. She's a good actor on camera and all this crap. But she isn't. She's not even good. I've never really had a problem with her role in it. I've always had a problem more with the general storyline that they're trying to put across. But this past week, when she had to cut a prolonged promo in the middle of the ring on her own, she couldn't do that stupid fucking drawn out stare. She couldn't just do that. She had to actually cut a promo and create interest and keep the audience's interest on the promo, and she couldn't do it. She failed like fuck. It was an absolute calamity, just a disaster. That opening segment, first 15-20 minutes of Raw last night was an absolute disaster. How anyone can watch that and say it's good stuff is fucking beyond me. They ain't wrestling fans, in my opinion. So, and people want to hate on TNA, and like I said in my Destination X review, TNA is absolutely miles better than WWE at the moment. Anyone that disputes that has been on fucking crack, because TNA is better than WWE in every department. Storyline, realism, intensity, match quality, commentary. That's another thing I forgot to say when I was giving my Destination X thoughts. The commentary was way better without Taz. They need to fuck Taz off and just get Borash on commentary with Mike Tenay. Two babyface commentators is no bad thing. It really isn't. There doesn't need to be a heel and a face commentator. Just get Borash and Tenay. Let them describe what's going on and get rid of Taz, because his day has gone. He needs to be put out to pasture now. It made me realise how bad he is with Borash doing commentary instead of him. Borash is no JR, don't get me wrong, but he's a million times better than Taz at the moment. So, but yeah, that's a side issue anyway. The main issue is TNA is miles better than WWE. Every department. The only thing keeping me watching WWE is SmackDown. Ziggler, eminently rewatchable every single week. I can tune in and watch Ziggler. He's an absolutely brilliant seller. Best seller in the company by a mile. Great worker. Overall, great worker. Needs to work on his promos a bit. It's still a bit raw. Maybe getting rid of Vicky will help, and he'll have to be forced to work on his promo skills a little bit. But yeah, so Ziggler and Sheamus, I appreciate the way they've got Sheamus over as one of the top guys in the company. He's squashed too many people for my liking. He's not had enough competitive matches, but I still like the way they built him. So yeah, that's the only thing that's keeping me interested in WWE. Not even the Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, which should be gold. This should be a golden feud. They should be cashing in like fuck on this feud. This is one of the things that the fans have been waiting to see. But the way they're building up the matches and the actual reason for the feud is just such bollocks that no one can buy it. This should be a feud based on who's the better wrestler. I'm better than you. No, you're not. I'm better than you. Chris Benoit, Kurt Angle. Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho, Kurt Angle from 2001. That's what it should. Rock and Austin. That's what it should be. Who's the better guy? Let's find out. But it's not. It's the WWE title, and the fact that these two are feuding has become secondary to this fucking love triangle, and it's just bollocks. It reminds me of an Australian soap opera. What used to be on like Channel 5 when I got home from school. Fucking Home and Away or Neighbours or whatever it's called. That's what it's like. It's like a cheesy, corny Aussie soap opera, and it's just bollocks. You've got these two fantastic wrestlers, great workers, both good on the mic. Daniel Bryan is good on the mic, no matter what people say, and they're not being allowed to express. They're not being allowed to put it over. They need to be able to put this over, and it's all because this AJ thing is dominating, and the WWE title has become secondary to who gets AJ. What's AJ going to do? I don't give a fuck what AJ does. The sooner this is over, the better, to be honest. And I never thought I'd say that about a Daniel Bryan CM Punk feud, ever. Because that's one of the things that I was watching WWE for, to see how long it took them to get round to doing this feud. And it's finally here. And what a disappointment. So yeah, if you watch this video, just put below why, if you do still watch WWE, why you watch. What makes you tune in? Because, like I say, Raw, Jack Swagger last night on Raw squashed again. He's one of the brightest hopes for the future in the company. He's got everything. Apart from promo skills, he needs to work on, obviously. But the problem is, if these guys aren't given time on camera, how are they going to ever get themselves over with a promo or get squashed in 2 minutes? What's the fucking point? What is the fucking point? If I was a wrestler on the indie scene these days, in ROH or even TNA to a certain extent, WWE came calling, I would turn them down. They could throw $1 million a year at me and I'd turn it down. It's that bad, in my opinion. It's just absolute despicable Fucking Ryback squashing people every week. The same thing every week. It's not getting over. And it won't get over. It's not 1997. He is not Goldberg, despite the chance. People aren't going to buy into that. They want to see competitive wrestling, competitive feuds. You've got him squashing people. You've got Brodus Clay squashing people every week. You've got Damien Sandow squashing people every week. Put them in a feud. Let Ryback and Sandow feud. What harm can be done? Let him have a competitive feud. Give him time on the mic. Because I've never seen Ryback talk. Why have they not let him talk? I don't understand like where they're going with it. And for goodness sake, debut Tyler Black, debut Chris Hero. Get all these guys on the road, on the main roster, because by fuck do they need them. They need them bad. Heath Slater gets squashed Heath Slater lost to Bob Backlund last night. Yeah? I hope everyone understands this. He lost to Bob Backlund. Heath Slater was promising as a member of Nexus. Nexus was such a strong group. Everybody in that group had a chance to break through. Everybody. Tarver, obviously Skip Sheffield, who's now Ryback, Wade Barrett's injured, Slater, Gabriel, they all had a chance because they built them and they got them over. And now look at Heath Slater losing to fucking Bob Backlund, losing to Vader, just for a one-time pop. That's what WWE's become. A novelty act for cheap pops. Bring Vader out, yeah, get a 2-minute pop. The fans are excited to see him. They've not seen him for like 15 years or whatever the fuck it is. But don't have him go over like your existing talent, your future talent. It's just criminal. And yeah, I'm just pissed off because I don't know. It's almost like if I didn't know any better, I would say that Vince McMahon is on a fucking wind-up. It's like he's seeing how much he can get away with because he knows that the fans are gullible and they'll keep watching, so he's just taking a piss. That's what it almost seems like. That he thinks I'm just going to do what I want. They'll watch anyway, so why should I put a good product out? They're going to tune in next week, and so I'll just keep feeding them bollocks until he's forced to change his ways. Monday Night Wars, he was forced to up his game, and look what we got. Now TNA is obviously in no position at the moment to force Vince's hand. Nobody is. So from what I can see, it's just going to be the same crap for the foreseeable future. And as I say, whether I'm going to carry on watching, I don't know, but it's frustrating. It really is, because they've got a lot of talent, WWE. They can afford to get the best talent. They've got the best talent. But it's just they don't use it. They don't know what to do. I don't know. The writers are obviously from Hollywood or whatever. They've been doing films. They've got no idea about wrestling. They're not wrestling fans. Clearly, they're not. But yeah, it all stems back to Vince. People blame the writers. People blame Triple H. People blame John Cena. But it all stems back to Vince. Nothing happens on Raw or on WWE television without Vince's say-so. Nothing. So he's the guy that people should be blaming for the absolute shit that WWE is putting out. So yeah, that's it really. I'll probably give him. I'm gonna probably give it through till SummerSlam. See Triple H and Brock Lesnar's match and see what feuds we get after SummerSlam going forward towards the end of the year. 'Cause obviously, October through till WrestleMania is WWE's biggest time of the year. They always have to come strong at the end of the year through the Rumble up in the build up to WrestleMania. So we'll see how they go, but I just don't know what they're going to do. Whether it's going to be Rock and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, who knows? But they need to do something. They need to pull something out of the bag, because if it carries on like this, well, I for one, I'm definitely not going to be tuning in. So yeah, cheers for watching anyway. See you later.